Sankalana A රූපවාහිනී පරම්පරාව.
Hello and a very warm welcome to each and every one of you watching right over there and joining with the very first episode of Sankalana. Before we start, we would like to take this opportunity to thank the LearnTV crew for giving us this valuable experience. We are really honored to be a part of this very first episode of Sankalana. So Sarah, shall we introduce them, who we are and where we are from?
Why not, Lakshika? Okay. So we are from Negombo South International School, Piliyandala branch. And I'm Sara Tarinde.
I'm Nakshika Prem Kumar.
And I'm Gihanga Taruki.
Well, in this hour, you're about to find out a lot of amazing facts and also factual segments. So please kindly remind you all to hold on with us till the end. So Lakshika, okay, why don't we start?
Yeah, well, a school is a place that withholds millions of memories and thousands of moments and love. Negombo South International School is always the pillar of our success. So before moving on to the segments of today's episode, let's first have a look at our alma mater, NSIS.
Our school, Negombo South International School, Piliyandala, a shelter which raised thousands of stars to glitter in the vast sky of Tomorrowland. It all started in the year of 2006 under the patronage of Deshamanya, Deshabhimani, Janaranjana, Dr. Paul Pereira sir, and our beloved principal, Deshabandhu Vidya Visharada, Anushka Pereira sir, who planted the tree that has branched in the present world.
Alma mater kept its first step to glory, starting with around 50 students and 10 staff members, initially having facilities from kindergarten to grade 5 with one building to accommodate. Our school possesses an increasing rate completed with good education, staff, various sorts of clubs, societies and infrastructure facilities.
For us Southernians, this shelter has provided the most valuable knowledge and experience of lifetime which we have never encountered. At present, our alma mater educates more than 2,500 students with an amazing staff which exceeds 150. A separate lower section was opened in 2017 in addition to the upper section.
Not only that, our school reached the most valuable title of becoming the reputed and leading international school in the area. It's like a spring of love and caring, a temple of learning, and a jungle holding a variety of flora and fauna which gifted numerous beautiful flowers to this world.
In the span of 16 years, many talented students have accomplished numerous national and international achievements and have lifted the name of NSIS to a point which makes our hearts sink in pride.
Alright, so that was the video clip about our alma mater. So Lakshika, okay, why don't we start?
Yeah, well, coming to talk about talents, the most significant part that we can't miss is our school media unit.
Yes,
Yeah.
so Lakshya, okay. The media unit of our school has played a crucial role in shaping us and the young talents. I mean, I think also, and it's agreeable.
Yeah.
And we as a team always believe in 3 words. Could you guys guess?
Proving the truth.
Yes, that is one. Proving the truth to the world, thriving life, and overcoming challenges. So Sarah, can you remember how Moons first started?
Well, Gihanga, so the foundation for our media unit was first laid by the directors of lower section, Madam Menuka Pereira. And guys, can you remember the date we started our media unit?
12th January.
Yes, 12th of January 2018. and we started our media unit to embark on different adventure in media. And guys, can you remember we started Arunal? It was an innovative entrance based on school media for editing, dubbing, technical, etc. What else, guys?
Yeah. So then the best announcer and best photographer have been conducted annually since the beginning of the media unit to seek the most talented among the talented ones of our school. So Sarah, I can remember that you were a part of the competition.
Even you won a prize, didn't you?
Yeah, I was under the intermediate category. So then after we had the first media day on 23rd of March 2019 and first school online media competition in 2021. So what else, guys?
Well, we have like a lot of achievements too. But
Yeah.
like we as a media unit always try to give the best of us in our school, and I think we have like successfully done everything in both
Yeah.
photography and announcing, and like we covered like each and every like
Yeah.
event in our school so
We
far.
did a lot of achievements, right? We
Yes.
gained them, and can you guys remember? But before that, we have to mention we were doing that Sandhani, right? Our first media day.
Yeah.
It was held virtually, and well, let's just talk about the achievements that we achieved. So
Sure, let me start there.
yeah,
Well, we won the championship runners-up at Sujata Vidyalaya in 2019. Then we were selected among the top 5 schools in Sadbhashana 2019. Then after we got one of the best title, the most prominent
Prominent.
school
Yeah.
media unit in Sihanadar 2019.
Yes.
and
Well, could you guys remember when we like participated in 11 2019? We had 2 finalists
Yeah.
from our school.
Natali Prasansa
Yes.
and
And this other media.
Yes, there was Natali Prasansaki and Nesadiaki, and like there was this all island humorous speech and evaluation competition which was held by Gavel Club of University in Colombo.
Yeah.
And then again there was this junior speech master competition in 2019. And could you guys remember we also like went to this famous university in Colombo?
you mean Sri Jayawardhan Purkota, right?
I was thinking
Yeah.
you would answer that. Yes,
And
we
the other
also
the
yes,
Gavel
it
Club,
was
right?
Gavel Club, yes.
Yeah.
I was thinking you'd answer that.
So-
there were a lot of competitions, and there was a time when we had like 5 finalists from our school too. That was from when we participated in Light of Asia
Light
in
of Asia,
2019.
yeah.
And another biggest achievement we had is like when we won runners-up at Sant Bhashana, which is
Yeah.
organized by CMBU in 2020. What else?
Yeah, and also we were runners up in Sanhida, right? It was organized by Mahamaya Girls
Mahamaya
College,
Girls
Kandy.
College,
And guys, can you remember we became the best English media unit in Kunchanada in the years 2020 and also in
And
2021.
2021.
Yes.
Exactly.
And what else?
So like that's all right. We
Yeah.
have achieved a lot. So like though we conquer a lot of contests, there's a massive process in our unit. We just discuss
Exactly.
who deserves to participate, and then we have regular practices to correct our mistakes and be the best of the best.
True, okay, but like for this process to be activated like so, there should be a mentor to guide us. And
Exactly.
like she is none other than our beloved teacher in charge,
Exactly.
Mrs. Kaushalya Veera Singh. And because of her strength and love to us, we are more than a unit.
Yeah.
And because of her new ideas and new things, we're like easy to cooperate with. It's like she understands us and we understand.
Yeah.
And like even we can cooperate with each other so easily.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, we're like a strong family and a huge family actually. So we have a strong, loving, and a very responsible teacher. So all the members of our media unit are like brothers and sisters of the same womb. Alright guys, so now let's move on to the very first segment of today's episode. Well, let me direct this episode with a quote. Knowledge without practice is useless. Well, what do you guys think about that?
Yeah,
I'd say it's pretty agreeable too.
Yeah, and the practice without the knowledge is dangerous. Well, have you ever wondered why the practical knowledge is way more important than the theoretical knowledge? Do you guys know why?
Well, it's like a school is a society of its own. We grow up there, shaping ourselves to be the best version that we can be.
Yeah.
Like it is with the intention that we study hard, do our homework, then like memorize all those textbooks. Finally, our final intention is so we could pass the exams, get a job, be stable, and finally make our parents proud.
True, okay, but like I sort of have like a different idea about this. like I have a question that is resting in my mind. Like, do you think we are doing it the right way?
Yeah, right.
I
mean,
think it's like
yeah.
we're kind of hesitant about this
Yeah.
idea. We're like so glued to one thing. I mean, like there must be more to this learning than just preparing ourselves for an exam. It's like the basket thing, but I think Sarah will
Yeah.
elaborate on it later. So like, why do we relentlessly try to be good at math and like always try to be in the top 3 boards? Like it's always competitive. We want to be in the top 3 boards too, like first, second, third places in par. And like when it comes to everyone, the most common hardest subject is
Science, right?
yes, it is science. So like why do we need to know how chemicals react, how forces work,
Exactly.
and like why we digest our food? The thing is we spend so much time reading and learning stuff, but when it comes to like applying that theoretical knowledge into applied use, we hesitate and we waver because even though we know what to do, we aren't familiar on how to do it.
Exactly, Gihanga. Well, in that case, I think there is something really important just beyond passing these exams. Well, let me ask you guys a question. So, just imagine that someone is trying to teach you how to drive a vehicle or how to swim inside 4 walls of a classroom. Well, can you do it?
Inside 4 walls of a class.
Yeah.
If it's a toy car, it is possible,
Yeah,
but
that's true.
in
Yeah.
reality, it's never.
So it's impossible, right? So, well, in order to learn how to drive, you have to get into an open road. And in order to learn how to swim, you have to get into water, right?
Exactly.
So that's why we say that some subjects are skill-based and they are practice-oriented. So for those types of subjects, do you guys think which one should be focused much more, practical knowledge or theoretical knowledge?
It's clear that it should
Yeah.
be practical knowledge.
Even
Exactly.
like for life and our day-to-day activities.
Yeah. So what else?
So like what I feel is the existing system of our education is predominantly academic and theoretical. Students are taught lessons from books but not lessons from life. Like for an example, they are obliged to know the history of Greece 200 years ago, but they still don't know what's happening inside their own country, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
True. And like it's agreeable. Like even we know, like there was a time when the notebook and the pencil were the sufficient tools for a learning life of a
Yeah.
student. But like comparing those days to today's world, in today's world, like students need much more to prepare themselves for the job market. Not only
Exactly.
for the job
Yeah.
market, but like also like to get out into society, to like live with the society people. Like there's a lot of people and stuff. And like, but the thing that has not changed here is the impact that a teacher can have on the life of a learning of a student.
Well, Gihanga, coming to talk about that fact, you stated about that basket fact,
Yes,
right?
the basket.
So, Dr. Annie Besant, she stated that our existing education system is like, it's not sufficient. Well, she stated that it's like filling up students' minds with a lot of disjoint facts as they're poured into a basket. And when the examination time comes, what happens? They're going to empty that basket,
Dump it
right?
in.
Yeah. So after that, to the future also, they carry that empty basket. So they have to focus much more on the practical side than theoretical side, because that becomes the main reason why a student who succeeds their college examination fails miserably the examination of life, isn't it, guys?
Yes.
You got it correct, Sarah.
Yeah.
Actually, like if we can add some new concepts into our existing education system, then we can improve this education more and more.
It would be more interesting too.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
even it would be more interesting to see our like younger siblings do that, even though we didn't get to do it. So like even we feel happy that we were able to like convince some people to actually think about our ideas too.
Yeah, and also like there are some more important subjects like managing finances, health, ICT. So it would be more better if in schools teachers can focus much on those
Yeah,
subjects.
exactly. That's it.
Like they will be useful to us in our future, in our day-to-day activities. So what do you guys think?
Yeah,
Isn't
I
it?
mean, the thing is that we are not actually complaining, because I think Sri Lanka is in the top 50 rank
Yeah.
when
Yes.
compared to the other countries. So it's like it's better. I mean, we can take our education system to a better place if we focus much more on the practical side than the theoretical side, right? What else?
Yes, Sarah, like practical aspects, practical knowledge, they're much more important than theoretical knowledge. We need theory, but
Yeah.
along with theory, we need to use
practical aspects as well, right?
Yes, well, I can tell something about that. Like, theory and practice are like two interrelated terms.
Yeah.
Theory is an assumed outcome, it is expected. But like, practice is something that is to be discovered and learned. But like, still people use these two together to make it like a more valid or reliable outcome. So yeah.
Yeah, there's
So-
a quote, can you remember, Sarah? Theory without practice
is empty, and the practice without theory is blind. Yeah.
Exactly. So like, we should
That's important, right?
we should add these new concepts. It would be much better, and our our young generation, future
Yeah.
generation would be so happy, and they can have some new things.
I mean, that's
right?
from our point of view that we are saying that it
Yeah.
would be better if we do something like this, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like, we talked a lot about practical knowledge versus theoretical knowledge. Like, hope our viewers can get a good idea about why this practical knowledge is much more important than theoretical knowledge, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, shall we end our segment?
Yeah, well, we have come to the final part of today's segment. Today's segment means this educational segment. So, Gihanga.
Yes, so to make this program a little bit more eye-catching, let's invite our dearest Ataraki to sing Me Meri Ma, which was originally sung by Shankar Mahadevan.
All right.
बतलाता नहीं पर अंधेरे से डरता हूँ मैं माँ यूं तुम्हें दिखलाता नहीं तेरे परवाह करता हूँ मैं माँ तुझ सब है पता है ना माँ तुझे सब है पता मेरी माँ देव में यूं न छोड़ो मुझे डर लौट के भी आना पाऊँ माँ भेजना इतना दूर मुझको तू याद भी तुझको आना पाऊँ माँ क्या इतना बुरा हूँ मैं माँ क्या इतना बुरा मेरी माँ जब भी कभी पापा मुझे जोर से झूला झूलाते हवा मेरे नस्ल गुंदो तुझे सोचो यही तू आके मेरी माँ उनसे मैं ये कहता नहीं पर मैं से हम जाता हूँ मैं माँ चेहरे पे आने देता नहीं दिल के दिल में घबराता हूँ मैं माँ तुझे सब है पता है ना माँ तुझे सब है पता मेरी माँ
සංකලන අපේ රූපවාහිනී පරම්පරාව.
අයියෝ තාත්තේ
පුතාට ඕලෙවල් එපා වෙලා තින්නේ. අපිට අවවාද දීලා එපා වෙලා තින්නේ.
සහෝදරයා කලබල වෙන්න එපා. මං කොල්ලන්ට තෑග්ගක් ගෙනාවා. මොකෝ? පාඩම් කරන කාලේ ඉනා වෙලා නින්න ඕන.
පාඩම් නෙමෙයි අංකල් ජීවිතෙත් එපා වෙලා තින්නේ.
ගැජට් තිබුණාට මේ ස්මාර්ට් වෙන්නේ නැහැ. මෙන්න. මම ඉස්කෝලේම ගෙදර ගෙනාවා. ස්ටඩි කියන්නේ ඉගෙන ගන්න එකට. බඩි කියන්නේ හොඳම යාළුවට. මේ තමයි ස්ටඩි බඩි. සිග්නල් data තිබුණත් නැතත් ඉස්කෝලේ වැහුවත් ඇරියත් ස්ටඩි බඩි වැඩ. ස්මාර්ට් කොල්ලන්ට කෙල්ලන්ට ඕනි කරන්නේ ස්මාර්ට් ලර්නින්. ස්ටඩි බඩි දැන් විෂය 9 රුපියල් 5990කට.
සිරිලක සිසුවක කොතැනක සිටියද සැමවෙත එක ලෙස ඉගෙනුම ගෙන දෙන විදස විදස අපේ ඩිජිටල් ඉස්කෝලේ අපේ ඩිජිටල් ඉස්කෝලේ අපේ ඩිජිටල් ඉස්කෝලේ
සංකලන අපේ රූපවාහිනී පරම්පරාව.
Again with today's Sankalana. We are from Negombo South International School, Piliyandala. I'm Swarna Ravana.
And I'm Sithika Balagala.
Yes, and this is the sports segment of today's program.
Yeah.
So, we have decided to talk about 4 sports legends.
Yeah.
Muttaya Mullidharan,
Sana Jayasuriya
Yupun Abekon.
and Susantika Jayasinghe.
Yes, and to start with, we thought of talking about the only cricketer in history to achieve all the rounder doubles of scoring 10,000
Yeah.
runs and taking 300 wickets in a single format.
Yeah.
The Sri Lankan left-handed batsman, the one and only Sana Jayasuriya.
Yes, born on 1969 June 30th in Mathuri, he excelled in cricket while at St. Servatius College by the guidance of his principal G.L. Galapathy and cricket coach Lionel Wagasinghe. So, Mr. Jayasuriya became the observer schoolboy cricketer in 1988 and best batsman and best all-rounder at the same year.
Well, Sana Jayasuri even represented Sri Lanka in the ICC Under-19 World Championship 1988.
Yeah.
And a few months later, he was invited for a tour in Pakistan to represent the Sri Lankan B team,
Yeah.
where he made 2 unbeaten double centuries.
Yes.
And also, he was drafted to the national side of cricket when he was invited to those tours in Australia
Yeah,
in
yeah.
1989 and 1990.
Yes.
Even his one-day international test debut was in Australia, Sydney, in the year 1989, as I remember.
Yeah. So, he is an undying character in the minds of cricket enthusiasts. And his last test wicket was held on 1st December, in 2007, right? Yes. So, he is an undying character in the minds of cricket enthusiasts.
Yes, and also he will forever be a legend in all the minds of every cricket enthusiast in Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
Well, Sitika, as they say, there's a batsman and a bowler in every cricket fan's mind.
Yeah.
Since we already talked about the batsman, shall we move on to the bowler?
Yes, sure, why not? So, I also get an Sri Lankan legendary bowler whose orthodox delivery made him and one of the most effective and controversial spin bowler in history and enabled him to take more wickets in Test and ODI than...
Muthaiya Mulitharan, right?
Yeah, that's right. Than anyone who had ever played the game. Yes.
Yes, well, Muthaiya Mulitharan got his education from St. Anthony's College in Kandy, and then only he started bowling off spin.
Yes. Because of his incredible talent, he was selected to Sri Lanka national team in 1992. And at the same year, he made his test debut against Australia. And do you know, his first test wicket was Craig McDermott.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
To the naked eye, Mulitharan appeared not to bowl the ball, but to flick it with a flexible wrist and a twisted elbow.
Yeah.
Muthaiya Mulitharan was called for chucking 7 times one day.
Oh my God.
By 2 Australian umpires and another day in an international test match by another Australian umpire.
Yes, I think Ramana, it is because according to Sri Lankan, all the world cricket rules, the arm was bent and then straightened at the point of delivery. The ball was deemed a throw. However, in 2005, ICC modified the rules to allow Mulitharan's unusual arm movements.
Oh, well, as I remember, in 2007, he collected 700 wickets in his test career.
Yes.
Yes, and in February 2009, he passed Shane Warne by collecting 709 wickets.
Yeah.
And he assumed the record for holding the most number of test wickets, which was previously assumed by Pakistan's Wasim Akram, when he collected his 800th test wicket.
Yes, and do you know, Ravana, Mulitharan hold another record. And it is for most ducks in international play. Yes, ducks means dismissal for 0. And so most ducks in international play with holding of 59 ducks. But he is a very aggressive lower border batsman who usually bats at number 11.
Yeah, but he retired from international play in 2010.
Yeah, he retired in 2010.
Well, okay, Sita, since we already talked about 2 cricketers, shall we move on to athletics?
Sure, why not?
Okay, then, okay, Olympics, running and Sri Lanka. When I say these 3 words, who comes up to your mind first?
Susantika Jayasinghe?
Of course, Susantika Jayasinghe.
Yeah.
In 1948, the amazing runner Duncan White brought Sri Lanka her first Olympic medal. And to relive and experience a moment like that, Sri Lanka had to wait for a long period of time. After 52 years, the courageous runner Susantika Jayasinghe brought Sri Lanka her next Olympic medal. Susantika Jayasinghe carved the name of Sri Lankan sports history in gold.
Yes. Born on 14 December 1975 in a rural village, and Susantika Jayasinghe grew up with tons of obstacles, destroying all the obstacles she had using an undying faith in herself. At the end, she was able to insert a name to the collection of world's best athletes.
Well, even a 10-year-old nowadays knows who Susantika Jayasinghe is.
Yeah.
And that's because she ended the thirst for Olympic medals of the Sri Lankan sports enthusiasts.
Yeah.
She even won a silver medal from the Olympics held in Sydney, Australia in the year 2000. And do you know, Sitika, while Susantika Jayasinghe is a highly inspirational character in Sri Lanka, she will forever be a legend who took the name of Sri Lanka to a golden level in every Sri Lankan's mind.
Well, Ravana, now you told the thirst is end, but I don't think our our sport fans will never get rid of this thirst.
Well, actually, the thirst is never ending.
Yeah, But right now we have a new hope of an Olympic medal, and it is from 100 and 200 meters running event. So the character I'm going to tell you about is a national record holder, South Asian record holder, and a Asian 150 meters record holder.
Well, Siddhika, when you were talking about all those records and stuff, I know who you're going to talk about is Yupun Abekon, right?
That's right, it's Yupun Abekon.
Well, Yupun Abekon was born in 1994 in the Western Province of Sri Lanka near Pannal. He got his primary education from Pannal National College, but later switched to St. Joseph's Bus College.
Yeah.
From the school level also, he had a great talent for athletics, and he was highly inspired by the Olympic medalist Susanthika Jayasinghe.
Yes. So, and he's the one and only Sri Lankan who have to competed to the Diamond League in 2022. And as I tell you in the beginning, he is an Asian record holder by running 150 meters by clocking 15.16 seconds. And his 200 meters record is 20.37 seconds.
Well, actually, Siddhika, I forgot to mention that he's the first South Asian to break the 10-second barrier of the Respirant International Competition's men's running event with a timing of 9.96 seconds.
Oh, what a time.
Yeah, I mean, as Sri Lankans, we are hopefully waiting for another Olympic medal won by Yupun Abekon. And as we congratulate him on everything he has done, we wish him for a great future filled with tons of achievements.
Yes.
Well, I guess that's it, Siddhika.
Yeah, that's it.
Just like every good thing comes to an end, so does our sports documentary segment.
Yeah.
Well, next up is the song Katua Kule performed by media units Kevin Ayya and Saraka.
Yes.
So, hope you enjoyed. Let's meet again after the song with the next segment.
See you.
තුඩින් තුඩේ රැවුනැගේ කුරුළුගේ ගායනා කුලින් කුලේ වැතිහෙතේ සුදුවලා පාවෙනා අනාත දැසේ කෙම්විම ඔබමයි මිලාන ලෝකේ හසරැලි උයනයි තුඩින් තුඩේ රැවුනැගී කුරුළුගේ ගායනා කුලින් කුලේ ලැතිරිතේ සුදුවලා පාවෙනා
කටුව කුලේ මල් හැරේ රළුව හසේ තරු
සංකලන අපේ රූපවාහිනී පරම්පරාව.
Hello and welcome to Paper FA1.
පරිපාලනයට සම්බන්ධ වෙනවා.
කොහොමද මේ ද්‍රව්‍ය භාවිතා කරලා?
මොකෝ පාඩම් කරන කාලේ ඉන්න වෙලා ඉන්න ඕන.
පාඩම් නෙමෙයි අකල් ජීවිතෙත් එපා වෙලා තියෙන්නේ.
මෙන්න මම ඉස්කෝලේම ගෙදර ගෙනාවා. මේ තමයි ස්ටඩි බඩි. සිග්නල් data තිබුණත් නැතත් ඉස්කෝලේ වැහුවත් ඇරියත් ස්ටඩි බඩි වැඩ. ස්මාර්ට් කොල්ලන්ට කෙල්ලන්ට ඕනි කරන්නේ ස්මාර්ට් ලර්නින්. ස්ටඩි බඩි දැන් විෂයන් 9 රුපියල් 5990කට.
අමනුෂ්‍යයන් කරන කරදර හිරිහැර වලින් ඒ සිව්වනක් පිරිසට ආරක්ෂාව ලබා ගන්න පුළුවන් ආකාරය පිළිබඳව තෙරුවන් සරණ ගිය පංචශීලය ආදී ශීලයන් ආරක්ෂා කරන ධාර්මික ජීවිත ගත කරන ඇයට සතරවරන් දෙවිවරුන්ගේ ආරක්ෂාව තියෙනවා කියලා සඳහන් කරලා තියෙනවා. මිනිසුන්ට විතරක් නෙමෙයි තිරිසන් සතුන්ටත් ආවේශ වෙන්න පුළුවන් අමනුෂ්‍යයන්. හැබැයි බුද්ධ ධර්මයේ තුල දෙවියන් ආවේශ වෙන තත්වයක් පිළිබඳව නම් අපට එහෙම හමු වෙලා නැහැ.
ශාස්ත්‍රවේදී පූජ්‍යපාද අත්තිඩියේ සෝමානන්ද ස්වාමීන්ද්‍රයාණන් වහන්සේ සමග පැවති පොහෝදා සදහම් කතිකාව වප්පුන් පොහෝදා උදෑසන 10:30ට බලාපොරොත්තු වන්න.
සංකලන අපේ රූපවාහිනී පරම්පරාව.
Thank you, Sarake and Kevin Aye, for that amazing song. So now we are going to bring you another interesting segment, and I'm Jasmina Maya.
I'm Senlepiansa Gamage.
I am Nitu Tatsara.
I'm Situmi Sanaya.
I'm Dinakshi Sheshadi.
So this is the kids segment. Ta-da!
So here we are going to talk about the important days which falls in this month. That means in October. First of all, we have our day, the Children's Day, which falls on October 1st. Right, Dinakshi?
Yes, Nitu. Not to mention about the Teachers' Day. The Teachers' Day falls on October 6th to honor our teachers and be thankful for them. Okay, do you know any other special days that are to come in the month of October?
Nangi, I know one. Can I tell?
Yes.
I love stamp collecting, so I know very well about it. Did you all know that the World Post Office Day falls on October 9?
Okay, I don't know about that, but I know about another special day.
What's it, Nangi?
It's the International Girl Child Day. This day falls on 11th of October. On this day, we recognize girls' rights and the unique challenges that girls face around the world.
Another important day that must be mentioned is the White Cane Day,
Do you know anything about that day?
Of course, okay. Shall I tell?
Of course, Nangi.
This White Cane Day is set aside in order to celebrate the achievements of people who are blind and visually impaired.
Wow, there are a lot of special days to be observed in October, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, it's not all about fun and games though. The Natural Disaster Reduction Day falls on October 13th.
Natural Disaster Reduction Day? You think we can stop natural disasters?
No, Nanga, we cannot stop these natural disasters. We can only reduce them.
So, as now we have talked about Children's Day, Teachers' Day, World Post Office Day. So, shall we move into festival? So, I will give you a clue. You need to tell me the name of the festival, okay? So, it's a scary festival.
Halloween.
Halloween festival, you are correct. So, do you know how we are celebrating this day? It means the things we are doing in this day, how we are decorating our houses. Do you know anything?
What about trick and treats?
Trick and treats?
Costumes?
Costumes?
Jack-o'-lanterns?
Jack-o'-lanterns? Nangi, is it fun to make those things?
Yeah, it's so fun.
You didn't bring that to me. You didn't bring.
You're very sorry. I'll bring next time.
As Netu Nangi talk about costumes, what is your favorite costume, Nangi?
Which with the hat and broom?
Yes. What's your favorite, Nangi?
Skeletal costumes.
Yes.
My favorite costume is the ghost that's named as Klezzy.
Yes.
My favorite costume is the zombie which is covered with slime.
Aki, as we don't know many things about the history of this Halloween festival, can you please explain about it?
Of course, Nangi. So, Halloween Day falls on October 31st. And also, in this day, it ends the harvest season and the beginning of scary winter night. And also, according to the past people, they say at this time there were lots of human deaths and the souls of those human bodies were roaming here and there in the streets. So that's why we are wearing like skeletons, zombies, like dead bodies, the costumes we are wearing. So that's the reason we are wearing like this. And also, it says that most Christians are having belief in evil spirits. So they are the persons who are mostly celebrating this festival. And also, do you know that majority of Sri Lankans are not celebrating this day?
I just wanted to ask that question.
But some schools are celebrating just like to have a fun with children. But we are not Western cultural countries, no. But in every Western cultural countries, we are celebrating this Halloween day.
Aki, they are having Halloween parties now?
Yes, and Halloween parties are very good for them. So, did you get a clear idea about the Halloween day?
Aki, actually the history of this festival is so scary.
But it's just fun festival we have.
Okay, since we spoke about a dark festival, shall I add some light into that?
Of course, Nani, that's a good idea.
So, have you all heard about Deepavali?
Netu, as I can remember, we also call it as the Light Festival.
Of course, and we call it as the Light Festival.
Aki, in this Deepavali festival, we are lighting clay oil lamps now.
Of course, Nangi. So, let me tell you some facts about this Deepavali. Deepavali, also known as Diwali, is a festival mostly celebrated by the Hindus. The date on which this festival falls on is mostly based on the Hindu lunar calendar and occurs most likely on the first month of the Hindu calendar. However, in the normal 12-month calendar which we are using, we celebrate this Deepavali on 24th of October, with associated to what Sithiminanga told about the clay oil lamps and what Senuli told as the festival of light. Let me tell you something. In this festival, Hindus believe that the light from these oil lamps are used to protect themselves from the dark spirits. Speaking of which, I just remembered of Halloween.
It's similar. Netu, you know a lot of things about Deepavali now.
Thank you.
Yes. Oh, we are running out of time. So I wish we could have more time to talk. But unfortunately, we do not have time. So as we have talked so much, so let's have a small break, no, Nangi?
Yes, Jasmine Naki. So let's move on to a small break with Sankalana.
Bye!
සංකලන අපේ රූපවාහිනී පරම්පරාව.
Hello and welcome to Paper FA1.
පරිපාලනයට සම්බන්ධ වෙනවා.
කොහොමද මේ ද්‍රව්‍ය භාවිතා කරන්නේ?
අයියෝ තාත්තේ
පුතාට ඕලෙවල් එපා වෙලා තින්නේ. අපිට අවවාද දීලා එපා වෙලා තින්නේ.
සහෝදරයා කලබල වෙන්න එපා. මං කොල්ලන්ට තෑග්ගක් ගෙනාවා. මොකෝ? පාඩම් කරන කාලේ ඉනා වෙලා අනින්න ඕනේ.
පාඩම් නෙමෙයි අංකල්. ජීවිතෙත් එපා වෙලා තින්නේ.
ගැජට් තිබුණට මේ ස්මාර්ට් වෙන්නේ නැහැ. මෙන්න. මම ඉස්කෝලේම ගෙදර ගෙනාවා. ස්ටඩි කියන්නේ ඉගෙන ගන්න එකට. බඩි කියන්නේ හොඳම යාළුවට. මේ තමයි ස්ටඩි බඩි. සිග්නල් දේටා තිබුණත් නැතත් ඉස්කෝලේ වැහුවත් ඇරියත් ස්ටඩි බඩි වැඩ. ස්මාර්ට් කොල්ලන්ට කෙල්ලන්ට ඕනි කරන්නේ ස්මාර්ට් ලර්නින්. ස්ටඩි බඩි දැන් විෂය 9 රුපියල් 5990කට.
සංකලන අපේ රූපවාහිනී පරම්පරාව.
අමනුෂ්‍යයන් කරන කරදර හිරිහැර වලින් ඒ සිව්වනක් පිරිසට ආරක්ෂාව ලබා ගන්න පුළුවන් ආකාරය පිළිබඳව. තෙරුවන් සරණ ගිය පංචශීලයේ ආදී ශීලයන් ආරක්ෂා කරන ධාර්මික ජීවිත ගත කරන ඇයට සතරවරන් දෙවිවරුන්ගේ ආරක්ෂාව තියෙනවා කියලා සඳහන් කරලා තියෙනවා. මිනිසුන්ට විතරක් නෙමෙයි තිරිසන් සතුන්ට ආවේශ වෙන්න පුළුවන් අමනුෂ්‍යයන්. හැබැයි බුද්ධ ධර්මයේ තුල දෙවියන් ආවේශ වෙන තත්වයක් පිළිබඳව නම් අපට එහෙම හමු වෙලා නැහැ.
ශාස්ත්‍රවේදී පූජ්‍යපාද අත්තිඩියේ සෝමානන්ද ස්වාමීන්ද්‍රයාණන් වහන්සේ සමග පැවති පොහෝදා සදහම් කතිකාව වප්පුන් පොහෝදා උදෑසන 10:30ට බලාපොරොත්තු වන්න.
මොකෝ පාඩම් කරන කාලේ ඉන්න වෙලා ඉන්න ඕන.
ආඩ මේ අංකල් ජීවිතෙත් එපා වෙලා තියෙන්නේ.
මෙන්න මම ඉස්කෝලේම ගෙදර ගෙනාවා. මේ තමයි ස්ටඩි බඩි. සිග්නල් දේටා තිබුණත් නැතත් ඉස්කෝලේ වැහුවත් ඇරියත් ස්ටඩි බඩි වැඩි. ස්මාර්ට් කොල්ලන්ට කෙල්ලන්ට ඕනි කරන්නේ ස්මාර්ට් ලර්නින්. ස්ටඩි බඩි දැන් විෂය 9 රුපියල් 5990කට.
සිරිලක සිසුවක කොතැනක සිටියද සැමවෙත එකලෙස ඉගෙනුමගෙන දෙන විදස විදස අපේ ඩිජිටල් ඉස්කෝලේ අපේ ඩිජිටල් ඉස්කෝලේ අපේ ඩිජිටල් ඉස්කෝලේ.
Hello and welcome to Paper FA1.
පරිපාලනයට සම්බන්ධ වෙනවා.
කොහොමද මේ ද්‍රව්‍ය භාවිතා කරන්නේ?
සංකලන අපේ රූපවාහිනී පරම්පරාව.
Hey everyone, we are back after a short break. So just a reminder, we are from Negombo South International School and this is Sankalana. I'm Samadhi.
I'm Atara.
And I'm Senadi.
So today we are going to talk about childhood obesity. This is a common problem that we can see often these days. Okay, can you define what is obesity?
Yeah, sure, Nanga. So, childhood obesity is a serious medical condition that affects children and adolescents who are above the normal weight and height respective to their age, which is the BMI.
Yes, and also this condition is particularly troubling because this leads children to health problems which are used to being adult problems such as high blood pressure, high cholesterol and even diabetes.
Yes, that sounds serious. So, okay, what are the causes for obesity?
So basically, Nanga, there are two causes of obesity. So the first one is too little activity and too many calories.
Yes, that's a slogan that we all should definitely remember. Too little activities, too many calories. What do you mean by this?
Well, Samadhi, if we take for an example a person watching a 3-hour movie straight, this person will be lying down eating a bunch of junk food continuously, and here they will not be doing anything but resting and eating. This can be defined as too little activities and too many calories.
Yes, that is true.
So, but you explained just one cause. What is the second one?
Samadhi, actually this one is a bit complicated. It is how genetic and hormonal factors actually affect obesity.
Yes, that sounds dangerous. Okay, can you explain about the risk factors of being obese?
Sunangi, it's not only a single factor, but several factors just combine together and contribute just to obese people.
Yes, and another factor is diet. Diet plays a big role in obesity. By eating high calorie foods such as fast foods, baked goods, vending machine snacks, you can gain a lot of weight, and this causes a lot of harm to our bodies.
Yes, I can see why this might be a problem. Much students they are very interested in tasty foods which are unhealthy. Yes. So I myself was addicted to junk food.
Yes, indeed, Nanga. It's actually rather common, but consumption of junk foods in school canteens and also consumption of homemade foods would be a great remedy for this condition.
Yes, actually another risk factor is the lack of exercise, because the lack of exercise can lead to obesity even more than taking in too many calories. So a diet cannot just always control your obesity. So we have to engage in physical activities and extracurricular activities such as sports at school.
Yes, Senidhi. And as well as I've heard that psychological factors too may cause for obesity. Is this true?
Yes, Nanga. Unfortunately, so personal, parental, family stress can just cause children to be obese. So kids used to overeat a lot of food just to cope themselves from stress, and just if there's an hindrance, they would overcome by just eating a lot of food.
Yes. So I too go looking for something to eat when I'm bored.
Yeah, true, Nanga. So obesity become the risk at the chronic level. So if I mention a few of the chronic diseases like high blood pressure, cholesterol, and also type 2 diabetes.
Okay. Can you explain how to prevent this disease?
Yes, actually, Samadhi, I can explain that. Well, if you are addicted to snacks or something just like I am, you can start with healthy snacks actually, and also you have to get enough sleep, because it is proven with more and more evidences that without enough sleep your hormonal imbalances will be more, and this will cause for an increased appetite, which will later cause to obesity.
So being a little more active and doing regular exercises would make you strong and healthy.
So actually that's true. Today we have discussed more things about obesity. So just as we present here, there are a lot who present outside behind the same. So let's take a look on it. So it looks like it take a little time. So Ataraki, today we have discussed about the obesity. What is obesity and the causes for obesity, the risk factors for obesity, and as well as how to prevent it. So as Thomas Carlyle said, he who has health has hope. He who has hope has everything. So this is how we can explain what is obesity. And Ataraki, what else?
Yes, Sunidhi, would you just confirm something?
Yes, of course. Here obesity is something we all are familiar with. We can see it everywhere, and we can see how much of an impact it makes on society and even on our friends, because sometimes it might be very stressful to them. We have seen it in between ourselves. Even for me, there was a time when that happens, and we have to I think we have to always help each other with this too.
Yes, Senadi. So I think they are ready, and we'll look on to what is going behind the scenes. So this is how it's going on. So Senadi?
Yeah.
This overall. So Ataraki, what else?
We have talked about many things today, including education, sports, and etc. etc. And we have almost come to the end of our program. Ataraki?
Yes, so we would like to proffer our heartiest thanks to the LearnTV for giving us this golden opportunity. And also we would like to thank our principal, Mr. Anushka Pereira, and the directors, Mrs. Menuka Pereira, and also the vice principal, Mrs. Chinta Fernando, and also the headmistress of the lower section, Mrs. Jenny Gunasekara. And our special thanks goes to the teacher in charge of our media unit, Mrs. Kaushal Veer Singh, for guiding us throughout this journey.
And on that note, we will be ending today's program. Cheers to our generation of broadcasting culture and to the media in society. This is Sankalana.
Bye.
සංකලන අපේ රූපවාහිනී පරම්පරාව